Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the 401k is in fact a scam. I was wrong, and I'm not joking this time. Specifically, we're talking about the traditional 401k. Now, I know all you are investing geniuses because you bought Palantir and SoFi and PayPal, and you understand everything about investing. It's so easy. But I have to reiterate what a 401k is. It's a employer-sponsored, tax-advantaged retirement plan where you put money in and you get a tax benefit, either on the front end or on the back end. With a traditional 401k offered by your employer, you get a tax deduction up front. You don't pay federal state tax on the amount that you contribute into the plan up front. You get a tax deduction up front. You still pay payroll taxes. On the back end, when you hit retirement and you take money out, whatever you pull out basically gets taxed as ordinary income, basically work income. That's the rates that it gets taxed at. The Roth 401k, you pay taxes up front, so there is no deduction. You put after-tax money in, and when you hit retirement, you take it out, and there's zero tax consequences. The traditional 401k actually is, in a way, a scam. And the reason I say that is if you are only contributing to a traditional 401k, and you open your account, you go look at your 401k, and you see numbers in there. You see $500,000, because I know all of you are, you're so wealthy. Everybody's successful except for me. You look in there and you see $500,000, right? You don't actually have $500,000. As a matter of fact, you don't know how much money you have. What does that mean, Strong Dong? Well, when you hit retirement with the traditional 401k, remember, you took the tax deduction up front. You got money in this account and it's growing tax deferred. So interest, dividends, capital gains, buying and selling, doesn't matter. You're not getting taxed if it's inside the 401k. When you hit retirement, let's say you want to pull out all $500,000, which you're probably not going to do, but let's say you do. Let's say for whatever reason you decide to pull it out and spend it on your spoiled daughter's dream vacation to Chad T. You pull it all out. Guess what your taxes are going to be? Oh, wait, you don't know. But I hazard a guess, they're going to be extremely high. You don't know how much money you have because when you pull the money out, you have to pay a certain amount of taxes, both at the federal level and at the state level. And the funny thing is, you don't know what your taxes are going to be. When you look at your traditional 401k and you look at the balance in there, you don't know what's your balance. You see numbers, but how do you get those numbers? How do you spend that money? You got to pull it out and you got to pay taxes on it. And the tax rates in the future are unknown. What's the better deal? You pay the taxes up front. When I look inside my 401k, I mean, obviously, I have like a little bit of traditional because like the matches are traditional usually. I think that's changing. You could change it, I think, with the new act they passed. But we're not talking about that right now. I have some matches that are traditional. And then I think when I first started putting money in a 401k in like 2012, it was traditional. I don't remember why specifically. I'm a fraud, bro. But in general, the vast majority of my 401k is Roth. All of it. When I look at my 401k and I see, I don't know, $100,000, I have $100,000. I know with 100% certainty that when I pull that money, when I see $100,000 in my account, I pull it out, it's going to be $100,000 because I don't have to pay a lick of tax. When you go look at your tax form, your 1040, you pull money out of a traditional 401k, assuming you meet all the retirement requirements. What's the taxability? It's zero. You're going to have a zero in the taxable withdrawal portion. because it's not taxable. You pay the taxes up front. I knew exactly what my taxes were going to be. I paid them, and now I know exactly what I have. You are not nearly as rich as you think you are with the money you have in a traditional 401k. Now, you're going to be like, well, I got the tax savings up front, so I can put more money in. And that's true, but think about what the federal government did. Let's say, so you put money in tax deferred, so you got a tax deduction up front. Let's say you put $500 in. So the federal government can't tax you on that $500. And then over 30 years, because you buy QQQ because you're a genius, that 20 billion X's. And now you have $1 million. So that $500 became $1 million, whatever. Well, when you pull that $1 million out, the Feddies are going to get a huge payday because you transitioned capital gains, which are usually taxed at lower rates because we love capital in America. You've transitioned that into ordinary income. And it was able to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow with the market. And now they're going to get a huge payday. Okay, so they can pay their slug employee loser clowns to not do anything or whatever the government spends money on. So do you see my point? The traditional or the Roth 401k is superior. That is, ooh, hey mommy. That's all I use is the Roth 401k. Nothing else. And my taxes are so freaking low right now that I'm barely paying anything. Okay, I'm paying what? I don't even know what bracket I'm in now. Probably in the 22 now because I don't get that married deduction. But my taxes are super low historically. And guess what? Going into the future, I know exactly how much money I have. You don't. You have no idea how much money you have, and you have no idea how much you're going to pull out every year. And the more you pull out of the traditional, the higher the tax bracket is. So, yeah, I can kind of see why people think the traditional 401k, it's kind of a scam, but not really. It's not a good deal. The Roth is always superior in most circumstances. I'm sure there's one circumstance where it's not. But in general, you need to go with the Roth, okay? Not financial advice, but of course, bro. Go buy Jeremy's stock course. I'm sure he understands tax advantage accounts. Or Kevin. Wow! Have a wonderful day. Cheers!